Man, it's been a while since y'all seen my face. What's good, y'all? It's your boy Trevor back again with another video. And yes, I'm here to talk about some mock trades I've just really looked up, and it's probably gonna be including some tweets as well. But we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I know it's been a while since I've seen my face, and I will talk about some potential trades that NBA teams might do, or is some dream scenarios that might be in here. I don't know, but we about to go ahead and take a look right now. So the first team they gonna talk about is the Hawks. And they said the Hawks trade Ace in the Will to Miami for Yaka Chonis. I don't know how to pronounce his first name, but I know it's Yaka Chonis. So how I feel about the deal, I feel like this would be a solid deal because I feel like Ace in the Will, like, if let's just say for example they get Anthony Davis, okay, and they have to include like Kristaps Porzingis, who else? I forgot who else they said they were gonna be in the deal with Anthony Davis, but yeah, they gonna trade Porzingis a piece and maybe a pick, maybe not for Anthony Davis. So it would be in the best because they already trade Trae Young as I'm recording this video. So yeah, I feel it would be in the Hawks' best interest to try to get like a guard that's not expensive at all and get like somebody that can create shots for others. I feel this would be a solid deal for both sides. Let me see. I think this is the Celtics. Let me see. Let me go ahead and go up real quick. Yeah, this is the Boston Celtics. So the trade is Anthony Simons and 2027 first round pick, top 5 protected to Brooklyn Nets for Nick Claxton. To be honest, this is also another good deal I would do because Anthony Simons really don't fit the Celtics plans. The Celtics is really in need of a big man, and if they could get Nick Claxton, boy, boy oh boy, they gonna be cooking with fish grease because now you have a return Jason Tatum who might return in March, then with a roster that has already been competing like up until this point, like as I'm recording, they like a top 3 seed with Jason Tatum. So if you add Nick Claxton to the fold, like you have versatility galore. Like he might not be a good rebounder, but bro, you have access to every scheme imaginable with Nick Claxton as your anchor. So I would definitely do this deal for the Celtics. Now for the Nets, this is also good because you get the first round pick back. Yeah, it's top 5 protected, but hey, getting the first for Nick Claxton is a good deal. I would definitely do it for both sides. No, they said this deal is for Charlotte, Miles Bridges to Milwaukee for Kyle Kuzma, and a 2032 first round pick swap, top 3 protected. I don't know if I'd do this, to be honest with you, because let me see. Let's look this up right now. Since let's look this. We're gonna look up Kyle Kuzma contract. Because if he's an aspiring deal, maybe I would consider it. But if he has another year, if he better not have another year in this contract. Oh snap! I ain't typing in contract. Let's see this. Because we need some transparency here. Man, 4 years, $90 million. That is a crazy contract, bro. Okay, so let's go ahead and break this down. So, what? You tell me he has another year on his contract? Oh yeah, never mind. Yeah, I definitely would not do that for Charlotte at all. No, I would not do it. Now, I know probably Miles Bridges is an expiring contract. That's fine. I'm not sure how much space that will open up for him. But to be honest with you, I would rather let Miles Bridges expire than take on Kyle Kuzma contract, which is going to be harder to trade. Like if you kick down the can down the road or something like that, I feel like that would be unnecessary. So yeah, I would not do that trade if I'm the Charlotte Hornets. Okay, so this trade is for the Chicago Bulls, as you see, and they said the trade would be Nikola Vucevic to Dallas for Daniel Gafford, Jaden Hardy, and a 2030 second round pick, and a pick that's via Philadelphia, and a 2032 second round pick. So so let's break this down. So if I'm the Mavericks, I would do this deal because Nikola Vucevic, I believe this is an expiring contract. So let's see. Like we're gonna do it like how we did Kyle Kuzma because I don't want to, speak no facts right now. Let's go ahead and look this up. So Nikola Vucevic contract. Because I feel like he's on a expiring contract. Cause I just played a Bulls my league, and yeah, his contract expired. So I'm not sure if it's a player option or not, but we gonna see. Let's see this. So yeah, this is the final year of his contract. So yeah, I would do this if I'm the Dallas Mavericks, especially since I'm a team that's trying to rebuild, right? And I'm trying to get off contracts because that's the reason why they trying to get off AD contract because they don't want to pay AD down the road. So they try and get a expiring contract back, but it's not gonna be for AD. It's gonna be for Daniel Gafford, who they just re-signed in the offseason. So you get a bunch of expiring contracts for a team that's rebuilding and trying to be back in playoff contention. I would do that if I'm the Dallas Mavericks. Chicago Bulls, I would do that as well for the Chicago Bulls because you getting a center that just resigned a long term contract, right? I feel like Daniel Gafford. If Daniel Gafford is put on this Bulls team, I feel like this Bulls team would be buried by default because Daniel Gafford, like yeah, folks said his effort has kind of waned since he signed that contract. But I just feel like in a new environment, new system, maybe we'll see a new life because we gotta realize Daniel Gafford did start out with the Chicago Bulls. So we're going to see how that would go. But yeah, I would do it for both sides. So, as you can see, this is for the Cleveland Cavaliers. They said the trade will be Darius Garland to Orlando for Franz Wagner. So, let's get this out the way. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, absolutely, I would do this 100%. Now, let's get down to the Magic. This trade would make no sense for the Magic because, first off, Franz Wagner, you can say, is really the best player in this team. Okay? That's one. Two, you're not getting no picks involved. Like, so Cleveland just can get Franz Wagner, and you just said no picks. For mind you, Darius Garland is a short guard that's dealing with a freaking toe injury right now. He's suffering from turf toe. He's still dealing with it. Why? Why would you, as the Orlando Magic franchise, accept this, knowing dang well Darius Garland is injury prone, and he's a short guard? So no, I would not do this for the Orlando Magic. And yes, I would 100% do this if I was the Cleveland Cavaliers. So this trade is for the Dallas Mavericks, and it said Anthony Davis to the Detroit Pistons for Tobias Harris, Isaiah Stewart, Jaden Ivey, a 2026 first, a 2028 first, a 2027 second, and a 2031 second as well. So yeah, I would 100% do this if I was the Dallas Mavericks because you're getting on Anthony Davis contract. You don't have to pay him the big money he's looking for, and then you get two firsts, a second, and then good role players for a rebuilding team. Yeah, I would do this because yeah, it just makes building a team easier. Now, if I was the Detroit Pistons, I would not do this for Anthony Davis if I'm being real because yes, Anthony Davis, I feel like it's worth one first round pick if I'm being honest, not two no more. I just feel like he's worth one, if that. Tobias, getting rid of Tobias Harris, I can understand that. Isaiah Stewart, I can't get behind that because Isaiah Stewart is one of the best rim protectors in the league. He's very physical. He brings the identity. Like, it's no reason to trade him for a player that might be a freaking an expiring contract might leave you in the offseason. So, no, I would not trade all this for Anthony Davis. And I would, find upgrades elsewhere instead of trade for a big name right now. So, this trade is for the Denver Nuggets. They said this trade Zeke Naji, Deron Holmes, and a 2031st round pick for Boston, but for Sam Hauser. I'm sorry, but this trade kind of threw me off because why what the Denver Nuggets accept this. Because yeah, I can understand getting a Zeke Nnaji contract. Don't get me wrong, but getting off your first round pick, I think, in DeRon Holmes, and then also trading another first round pick, that would be extreme. Like DeRon Holmes just now started playing, right? Because you know he missed the first full season because I think he tore his ACL or Achilles, I forgot. And you getting off him in a first round pick just for Sam Hauser, I feel like DeRon Holmes right now would be better, is more useful than freaking Sam Hauser, because you know why? Nikola Jokic just uh injured injured his knee, hyperextended his knee real bad, and then Valanciunas also, like, I think he had like a lower body injury as well. So yeah, I know this article was made a while ago, but yeah, DeRon Holmes right now is more useful than Sam Hauser, and I feel like even when those players come back, I feel like DeRon Holmes, like, with another year under his belt, was still going to be more useful than Sam Hauser, because I don't think Valanciunas. I think this is the last year of Valanciunas' contract. So yeah, he might go back overseas because he wanted to go overseas in the offseason. So yeah, keeping DeRon Holmes, I feel like it's a must. It saves you for trying to get another good backup center. So this trade is for the Pistons, and this trade is Tobias Harris, Jaden Ivey, Ron Holland II, and a 2029 first round pick to Utah Jazz for Lauri Markkanen. See, this is what I would say about this trade. I feel like this is a good partial trade for the Detroit Pistons. Now, let me explain. I would want to keep Ron Holland in this deal. Like, I want to keep him away from this deal. I would rather give them somebody else plus a 2029 first. You're not getting Ron Holland and a 2029 first for Lauri Markkanen. Like, no, because Lauri Markkanen is an expensive contract. That's one. Two, Ron Holland, like, he's also a part of the identity group. Ron Holland, Isaiah Stewart, Jalen Duren, those guys bring the toughness on defense. I would want to keep Ron Holland away from this deal. But yeah, overall, I feel like if you get up to Tobias Harris and Jaden Ivey, who hasn't really look like himself yet because he just coming off a major knee surgery, yeah, I would do this deal for Lauri Markkanen if you take out Ron Holland. And then if you the Utah Jazz, I feel like I would do this deal because Lauri Markkanen don't fit the timeline no more, and you need to worry about developing Ace Bailey, Kyle Filipowski, I almost called it Keyshawn George. His name is Keontae George, and who else? And Isaiah Carter. Like, you need to worry about developing those guys. And I feel like it's definitely time to give Lauri Markkanen contract if you can, because I know it's hard now since you gave him an extension. So this trade for Golden State Warriors, and they said Tracy Jackson Davis and a 2030 second round pick to Washington for Justice Penny. I would do this if I was the Warriors, because Tracy Jackson Davis has not been playing any meaningful minutes, really. Like, when he do, it be like when folks are just, like, a lot of folks are missing. But if you can replace him with Justice Penny, I would do this in a heartbeat. Justice Penny is one of the elite shooters in the league, great rebounder, and I feel like if he's on the right team, he's gonna freaking produce. And I would not be surprised if he helped turn this Warriors season around. So this trade is for Houston Rockets. It said Tari Eason to the Sixers for Jerry McCain. Man, this actually a good deal, but like, I'm trying to see, like, well, would you give up Tari Eason, who's probably your best perimeter defender on the team, for another guard? Because you already have Reed Sheppard. Fred VanVleet might come back as well, as reports been saying. So, like, would you really want to do this? I don't know. I'd be hesitant if I'm the Rockets to get out Tari Eason. I just let the season play out, and if you pay him, pay him. If not, you just try to find a way to try to get compensation back for him. But yeah, I would be hesitant to do it if I'm the Houston Rockets. Now for the Philadelphia 76ers, I feel this is a home run deal. You already have Maxey and VJ already on the team, so you getting rid of like access number of guards to actually get a great wing defender, yeah, I would definitely do something 76. But if I'm the Houston Rockets, I'd definitely be really hesitant on the deal because if you look at, well, yeah, you have Amen Thompson, but you be putting a lot on his plate if you get rid of Tari Eason because Dorian Finney-Smith just came back. And let me see who else is a defender of the team. Josh Okogie, like you don't want to play Josh Okogie like extended minutes, like you don't want to do that. So I feel like yeah, I would really be hesitant if I was the Houston Rockets to pull off a deal like this. Okay, so they said this deal is for the Pacers, and they said they're gonna trade Drace Walker to the Pelicans for Missy. I would do this if I was the Pacers because you solve your long-term center problem, especially for this year and next year because now Tyrese Halliburton got a center that can run the floor. Like he definitely matches Tyrese Halliburton play style. He runs the floor. He plays hard on both ends, and I feel like if we being honest with ourselves, I feel like he fits better with the Pacers because like the Pacers in the finals, like they wasn't getting nothing from freaking Miles Turner offense, and then he's already not a great rebounder, so he just looked just like a 7 foot like just waste of space at times. So if you get a center that show effort on both ends and he loves to run the floor, yeah, this is a great pairing. I would definitely do this trade for the Pacers. For the Pelicans, I mean, I, I don't. I guess because I don't know. For some reason, they want to get off Missy contract. Like his name been swirling around in rumors for like 2 years now, even though they just drafted him. So I guess if you want to get his country that bad, yeah, I trade for Walker, Drace Walker. So this trades for the Clippers, and I was definitely surprised when I saw this deal, and then I saw who would be like the team that would actually initiate this deal, and I'm like, this does not make sense. I'm sorry, like trading John Collins, who's one of your better athletes on the team, and a first for DeMar DeRozan. I don't care if it's top 10 protected. I'm not doing this if I'm the Clippers. I'm sorry, because why would you trade an athlete to get even older and slower? Like, no, like Kawhi Leonard and DeMar DeRozan would not mix in the half-court setting because both like to operate in the mid-range. We already seen how that freaking worked out with the Suns. Devin Booker and Kevin Durant, they both like to operate in the mid-range, and you see how one or the other, or even both, had to up their three-point attempts to actually stay in games. You would not you would hurt your team offense a lot by doing this deal. And I feel there will be other better shot carriers that can actually help the Clippers than DeMar DeRozan right now. But if I'm the Kings, I would definitely do this deal because getting a first for DeMar DeRozan in this economy is great. And then getting an athlete too, yeah, I would definitely do this deal if I'm the Kings. But I would definitely not do this deal if I'm the Clippers. So they said this deal is for the Lakers. I remember seeing this deal, and I'm actually remembering this article now. This trade says Jared Vanderbilt, Dalton Knecht, 2031 first round pick, top 4 protected to Dallas for Daniel Gafford. Now, at the time, I said I would not do this deal, and I feel like even right now, I still would not make this deal because, like, let's think about it. We can use this first round pick for better assets, like better fitting assets right now. Like you could trade that first round pick for the likes of like Herb Jones. You could trade that for Trey Murphy. You could trade that for what's another package? You could save that for Giannis in the off season. What's another deal? You can really trade this for Peyton Watson, if I'm being honest with you. Peyton Watson has been going off since Jokic went down. Been going off. And I would definitely sign. I mean, not sign. I would definitely trade a 2031 first round pick for Peyton Watson since he's 23 years old. He's an athlete and he's a great defender. So, yeah, I would save that first for the likes of Watson, Jones, Trey Murphy. And then if you want to get real crazy, Giannis in the offseason. Not Daniel Gafford. I'm sorry. But if I'm the Dallas Mavericks, this is a home run move because you're getting a first for Daniel Gafford, who you just signed the offseason, and your season basically is going to waste right now. So getting assets in return is a great deal. So they said this deal is for the Grizzlies, and they said Ja Morant to the Kings for Malik Monk, Dennis Schroeder, Devin Carter in the 2026 first, top 3 protected, and 2030 first round pick swap. If they can remove one of these picks, I would do this. I don't care if it's protected. I would remove one of these first round picks, and I would do this for both sides. For the Grizzlies side, you getting on Ja Morant contract. Yes, I can understand the loyalty aspect of it, but at the end of the day, Ja Morant is a declining asset. His athleticism definitely has not been the same since all of these lower body injuries he's been sustained, which has been unfortunate. And his jumper has not, it still hasn't came around. So if I'm the Grizzlies, this would be the deal I would do to try to get Ja Morant contract, and I would ideally replace Devin Carter with Keon Ellis in this deal, and I would take around first round pick from the if I'm the Kings. If I'm the Kings, like I said, you get enough assets that you probably don't view as highly no more. And yeah, like I said, I would definitely remove a first round pick from this deal, and add, I would keep either Devin Carter in the deal or remove him out, putting Keon Ellis or putting both. I don't know, because at the end of the day, they're not playing these players anyway, especially Devin Carter. Dennis Schroeder lost his starting job to Rush, and yeah, Malik Monk, they kind of benched him too, and they've been wanting to get rid of him in the offseason. So yeah, I would definitely do this deal to try to get your point guard in the future, even though you had like 2 already, but not gonna talk about it. So they said this trade for the Heat, and it's Tyler Hero and Simone Fontecchio to Grizzlies for Ja Morant. Since there's no picks involved, yeah, I would do this if I'm the Miami Heat. But if a pick has to be involved, I would not do this if I'm the Miami Heat, because Tyler Hero, if I'm being honest, is better than Ja Morant right now, unfortunately. And Ja, like I said, his jump shot have not came around. He lost athleticism, and he's just not the same player as he was back in 2022. So yeah, I would not do this deal if I'm the I mean, I would do this deal for both sides, especially since it's not gonna be a pick involved. So yeah, I'm gonna just leave it at that, and yeah. So these next ones about to be rapid fire, so bear with me because I feel like this video already long enough, so let me just go ahead and get to it. So Kyle Kuzma, Andre Jackson, 2031 first pick swap for Jeremy Grant. I would say no for the Bucks because of Andre Jackson being the deal, and yes for the Blazers for getting on Jeremy Grant contract. Okay, moving right along. Minnesota Timberwolves. Who is this for? This is for Ja Morant. Nas Reed, DiVincenzo, Rod Dillingham, 2029 second round pick for Memphis Grizzlies for Ja Morant. I would absolutely do this deal for the Timberwolves, and for the Grizzlies. Getting only a second round pick for Ja might stink. Well, actually, this pack is not bad. Yeah, this pack is not bad. Never mind. I do it for both sides, even though I feel like the Grizzlies still view Ja Morant in a bigger light than what he is now. Let's see, the Pelicans. Okay, that's the same deal I said I would do for both sides. Okay, who is this for? This the Knicks. Gerson, Yabusele, Dye, Kolik, 2026 first round pick, top 4 protected for Memphis Grizzlies for Ty Jerome. Absolutely not, would not do this because Todd Kolik has been balling recently. Yabusele, I feel like they're trying to get off his contract, understandably so, but I would not trade Kolik in a first round pick for Ty Jerome, especially since he haven't played all season. Let's see, moving right along. Come on, don't fail me now. The Thunder. Nikola Topic, Kendrick Williams to son for Grayson Allen, 2027 first round pick. Yeah, no. Like, that would be, yeah, no. I feel like Topic still need a chance to see what he got after that, after that cancer diagnosis. So, nah, I wouldn't do that for Grayson Allen. Okay, the Magic. Isaac, Jay Howard's 2026 second round. Yeah, 2028 second round for Malik Monk. Yeah, I would do this because I think Jonathan Isaac not even playing no more. So yeah, I would definitely do this for Malik Monk. Since Malik Monk can give them like a change of pace and give them like good guard play until Jalen Suggs come back. I would definitely consider doing that if I was the Magic. Let's see. Okay, that's the same deal. I say I'd be iffy for the Rocky side of things compared to the 76 side of things. Suns, Nick Richards, the 2027 first round pick to the Pelicans for Jose Alvarado. Uh, yes for the Pelicans, no for the Suns because I feel I don't know. I feel like that's too much Jose Alvarado. Okay, Blazers involving marketing. Jeremy Grant, Scoot, Chris Murray, 2028 first round pick, and a 2031 first round pick for Laurie Marketing. I don't. Two first round pick. I would do this if I was the Jazz to get that out the way. The Blazers, I don't know. Don't get me wrong. Laurie Marketing is a better player than Jeremy Grant. You know what? Yeah, I would do this if I was the Blazers because Jeremy Grant contract is expensive. And I feel Laurie Marketing is a better player. But as of late, Jeremy Grant been playing well, so I don't know. I'd be hesitant if I was the Blazers, if I'm being honest. This Kings deal already went over. The Spurs. Stephon Castle, Jeremy Sohan, Keldon Johnson, Kelly Olynyk, 2027 first, 2030 first, who was 2032 first for Milwaukee Bucks for Giannis. Absolutely would do this deal in a heartbeat. And Spurs fans say they wouldn't include Stephon Castle in the deal. They just talking, okay? At the end of the day, they just talking. Okay. We got the Raptors deal. Okay, what they got? Why is my laptop doing this, man? RJ Barrett, Greg Dick, Ochai Baji, 2028 first, top 5 protected for Ja. Yeah, I would do this if I was the Raptors because they need a freaking point guard. And Emmanuel quickly is not going to get it done, if I'm being honest with you. But I think he recently just hit game winner. Matter of fact, yesterday, if I'm correct. Utah Jazz. Okay, I already said I would not include Ryan Hall in the deal if I was the Pistons. But either way, that would be a solid trade. Washington Wizards. Well, the Washington Wizards, to be honest, we don't even have to look at this because the Washington Wizards already traded for Trae Young, and they already included CJ McCollum in supporting contract. So I feel like that's all the trades, if I'm correct, right? Let me see. Yeah, that's all the trades. So if you guys like this video, like, comment, subscribe, and this your boy Trey. I'm out.